Good morning. First of all, roll tide.
Oh, you already live?
I'm on me.
But you
Yeah.
start that shit over. Start that shit over, bro.
Man, what's going on, man? It's the Big Y'all and J45 Live Morning Show.
War Eagle, by the way.
We're going to let y'all know what I'm saying, get a chance to tune in. We live down here at Government Plaza. I'm your favorite uncle. Uncle
Grandpa.
Uncle Stroker. Yeah, I'm grandpa too now.
Uncle Grandpa.
We got Tim Hollis is going to be our guest today. Y'all know Tim was our first guest when we first started the show. And so he's got a privilege card. He's welcome on the show at any time that he wants to. They got problems over there in the place.
Ain't no problem. She's abusing. She's abusing her.
Well, I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, that she made her get up, though. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Good morning, Valerie. Happy belated birthday. But I'm your uncle, Elroy, now.
Bro, this man live.
I know, he don't care nothing. That's why I'm keeping the camera over here on me.
Big guy did 45 live morning, so anything goes. You got a distinguished guest with you.
I know
today.
45 don't care about the guests or nothing, man. Y'all get ready to tune in, hit the share button, please, for us, Val, whoever else on there. We here, Tim Hollis is going to talk about the process that's going on with this election thing. 45 is going to talk about how y'all Governor Meemaw is spending the American Care at American Rescue Funds money on a prison to house more
of us.
Basically, you know what I'm saying, of us and just
that's how it's in prison.
Want to say criminals. We fight a pandemic, but you want to spend all these billions of dollars to put more people in a confined space. Anyway, y'all, we're gonna get on into the show, man. With J45, myself, and Mr. Tim Hollis.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good
How
morning,
y'all fellas doing?
Good morning, everybody.
We blessed.
Doing all right, brother. Doing quite fine.
Just another day in Wicked Mobile.
Gotham City South,
as Tim calls it.
South Gotham City.
Yeah. I'm your host, co-host J45, Miss Keaton City. Everything pretty the host of the Gulf Coast, the Alabama Hippie, east of the Mother Mississippi, Port City, Hemp. With my homeboy TD Hollis, man. You know, better known as Black T.
Did this man just say Port City? That's
what he said.
Oh my goodness, dude, you was crazy.
The one and only.
Good morning.
So 45.
Yo.
What you talking about this morning, man? Because you had a lot on your mind. I want to get straight into it before I jump over here to Mr. Hollis.
Really, man, just a lot of flim-flam, bamboozle going on in our community. Especially with the District 2 runoff election, which is tomorrow. I advise y'all to go out and vote. It's very.
I'm gonna say with the District 1 too.
Yeah, in District 1.
Because the same company that's supporting the late Mr. Manzis, you know what I'm saying, also supporting Corey Penn. And these are Republican groups.
But they're in Democratic interest.
Yeah.
You
Man,
know
it's crazy.
And for people not to see that, it's kind of.
I feel like instead of the Democratic and Republican Party, man, we need to start voting for the People's Party.
Right.
Somebody that's for the people.
Right.
So, and then we have Mr. Tim Hollis over here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He was just a candidate for the District 1 seat on the City Council in the city of Mobile. Mr. Tim, what brings you back to the Big Y'all and J45 Live Morning Show this morning?
Technically, I still am a candidate because I have not dissolved my campaign.
Okay.
As you know, Brother Hill from District 2.
He's in court today.
He'll be back upstairs for his second court appearance at 10:30. But I'm here to bring highlights and enlightenment to the situations that we see in District 1 and District 2. Mainly for the District 1 piece, I'll say that one for the last piece.
Okay.
But for the District 2 piece, the whole matter is we have people in our community that feel like they are doing a service and a just cause by voting for a deceased person. Now, you have your rights and you have your honors and you have your duties to do whatever it is you choose to do when it comes to voting. I am not here to tell you that just because you want to vote for a deceased person that you are an idiot. But I am here to tell you that voting for a deceased person is ludicrous. For the simple fact in the nature, this is an election. This election costs money.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen for free.
And it ain't cheap.
It's not cheap.
Even for the candidates, it's not. It's very expensive.
Not cheap for the candidates. Now, people want to justify their reasons for voting for a deceased person as the reason that they don't want to vote for the person that's on the ballot, and I can understand that. But think about this and think rationally when you think. If you vote for this deceased person and this deceased person supposedly wins, you'll then have a special election. When you have that special election, you're going to have people rising up to run for office that didn't even have the guts to challenge that deceased person.
Yeah.
You're going to have all kind of people with special interests seeking this seat for this special election.
Some people that will not run because they didn't want to have to run against Mr. Carroll as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So knowing the facts that are at hand, we had a very dire situation. Now I want to talk about this issue about Manz's mother dropping out the race, because the news ain't telling it straight like it is.
Okay, so you're going to give it to us?
Yeah, the news just telling you that she's ineligible to run, stating that she's a non-registered voter. Well, if you go look at the lanyard online, look at their website, they dropped the court documents that shows you why Manz's mother couldn't run. Now, people want to talk about leave that woman be, let that woman grieve, but she wasn't thinking about that when she had Mr. Stimpson appointing her for the office. It wasn't until it was made clear that she had a felony that she didn't want to run anymore, and they tried to keep it under wraps. So all I'm saying is, if you're not going to give Herman Thomas the same piece, and he wasn't convicted of anything, you don't deserve to give her any peace.
Okay.
That's just the way I look at it. People want to talk about things and want to criticize people and ridicule people, but they don't want to talk to the people that really need the damn fingers pointed out them the most. See, this clique-ass town that we live in is the reason why we still suffer.
Yeah.
You see, you got everybody mounting up saying, the sign, you seen the signs, they say, let's keep his legacy going. You don't keep a man's legacy going by voting for him knowing that he can't obtain the chair.
You carry on the work.
You carry on the work. That's exactly what you do.
Yeah.
You carry on the work. You ain't see nobody pulling up Martin Luther King dead corpse, bringing him up to a podium to speak when he wasn't able to speak. You just moved on to the next leader.
Yeah.
You just moved on with the work. Same thing with Malcolm X, same thing with anybody. When leaders pass on, the baton passes on.
Yeah, that's right. The torch is passed on.
You don't continue. The only and see, this is the thing. You got people around here getting mad at black people for bringing attention and awareness that Republicans are taking interest in Democratic neighborhoods, more so than they are getting mad at the issue that Republicans are taking interest in Democratic neighborhoods for the District 1 piece. Now, you know I was in that race.
Give me 1 second. Oh, Lord, girl, don't fall, because we on live, and I'm going to get you on there now. Go ahead, Mr. Hollis.
All right, for the District 1 piece, simply, put it like this. You all know I was in that race. A lot of things I complained about that was going on in that race, but people turned a blind eye to it. People turned a deaf ear to it. I came down here to City Council time after time, speaking on issues that was going on and going wrong within the community, going wrong in the voting community, going on with breaking laws where it goes to campaigning laws. Nobody did anything about it. The mayor, he's supposed to fix that. But why would he fix that law when he's breaking the law and his team is breaking the law? They were the ones that were posting their signs illegally, posting their signs in the right-of-ways, posting their signs on public property. You ride through the district right now, those same people in those runoffs, they have their signs out in the right-of-ways, they have their signs in the public, they have their signs in the illegal places where they shouldn't be.
It's basically like a do-as-you-will city,
right?
Or something, because people do as they will during election time.
Absolutely. So when you have people saying that, oh, that's petty, that don't matter, no. If somebody will break a law that simple, then they'll break a law even simpler.
Yeah.
They'll break a law if they'll break a law that's in your face, imagine about the laws that they'll break behind closed doors. See, y'all not paying attention. Y'all being fooled, tricked, and bamboozled. See, y'all like to vote for people because they got the most signs. Y'all like to vote for people because they got the prettiest signs. Y'all like to vote for people because Big Mama said that's who we voting for.
Yeah.
Y'all like to vote for people because that's who Pastor and Reverend said vote for. Mm-hmm. Nobody in this city do no research. Y'all don't research the candidates. Because if you research the candidates, then you'll know which candidate is on fire, on point, and out there fighting for you the most. But y'all research the candidate that got the most money to spend to be in your face. So how was Corey Penn and how was Mr. Manza in your face the most? Because the TSA PAC supported them. The TSA PAC gave them more money than their candidates that they were fighting against. And this stuff, it's all about the big bucks. Yep. It's about the dollars. It's a campaign. It's just like hip-hop. During the summer, when we promoting albums or we promoting concert series, that's called a campaign.
And there's
if
a budget
you don't have a budget, guess what? Nobody ain't coming to your events. Nobody will never know about your event. So it's the same thing when you're running for office. If somebody has a bigger budget than I can have the best points all day. But if they smother me, if they outspeak me, if they drown me out and drown my sound out and drown my presentations out, then all you're going to see is them. And that's where it comes into doing our research. That's where it comes into knowing who's actually done the work. See, we get caught up on this damn parchment paper society. We get caught up on the people who got the degrees. He got a degree in basket weaving. I'm going to vote for him. Because he went to school, he went to college. Yeah. That let me know he know how to be told what
he went to South, he's smart.
He went to South, he's smart. He went to Stillman, he trill. No, that ain't got nothing to do with anything. Let's talk about people who put their families in the line of jeopardy. Let's talk about people who put their livelihood in the line of jeopardy. You got a file comment? Read it off.
No, Miss Mitchell was like, why you guys didn't go to the meeting yesterday? I'm trying to figure out what meeting.
Which meeting? It's so many meetings. And furthermore, let's talk about all these meetings that we had, and y'all be calling us the day before and at the last minute asking us if we're going to be at these meetings. Let's get better with communication.
Well, we're going to get on some points too. Me and James is about, last couple of years, we was almost invited to every meeting that went on in certain places, right?
Oh, yeah.
But now all of a sudden, boy, it's meetings, media there and everything. Yeah. We don't know nothing about it. Oh, we wind up seeing it on social media as well.
I understand, and if I didn't have a closed network of friends that actually want to see me in places to disrupt some of these meetings, I wouldn't have known about a few of them this year as well, so don't feel bad.
Oh, no, I don't feel bad about it. I just know it brings awareness to me.
Absolutely.
How things change and people do
because there's so much going on. I've been screaming about this election being dark the entire time I've been campaigning. Nobody paid attention. Nobody cared. Put it on Facebook, telling y'all, dark money running this election. A whole month before the election took place. I'm telling you, dark money running this election. But did we adhere to that? No. But now in the final hour, now in the 9th hour, when it's all said and done at the very end, this is what I get. This is what pains me about our town. We wait till the last minute to get in the uproar. Just like we wait until the last minute to want to actually stand up and do something about it. Yeah. Furthermore, when we take proactive measures to do something about it, we have too many moderate people in the way. Everybody we need to do this. Moderate people, the reason why black people ain't never been liberated in the city of Mobile. It was moderate folk that told Lyndon B. Johnson wife to go home. It was moderate people that told Martin Luther King to go home. Yeah. So let's just put it like this. Moderate people in this city deciding our government, deciding our direction is the reason why we still 100 years behind in this town.
Said Robert Battles had a meeting at the church.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about it. It wasn't on Facebook. Ain't no flyers go out. Ain't nobody talk about it or nothing.
Because if we would have known, I'm pretty sure myself and J45 and Tim would have been there.
Absolutely. And I don't listen to AM broadcasting nor FM broadcasting because it's all corporate media and it's all a trick. I don't listen to none of it. I listen to my own music. I listen to my own programming. So I would have never found out about it there. I don't watch the news because all they do is lie.
Can we get all the viewers that's watching this morning? Good morning, from the Big Y'all and J45 live morning show. Can we get all y'all to hit the share button one time for us? Because we got some issues, know what I'm saying, on here that we really talking about. We down here at Government Plaza live from the city of Mobile the day before the runoff elections. Mr. Reggie Hill is expected to be in court today as well, so y'all stay tuned. Share.
And so, pointing back to another thing, like you say, with the Reggie Hill thing, we've been catching all kind of flack on that. People don't want to see that come into place. They don't want to see that man stand up and demand a recall that so many other people in this city think should really happen. You know, let's not get in an uproar because TSA PAC giving money to candidates. Why we don't get in the uproar on Tuesday when these folks squandering away millions of dollars every day just to the right of me in this room right here? These folks squander away money to the community that's supposed to be for the community, that can go to the community, but it always goes to police research.
Like it wasn't even a protest or a rally against what Governor Ivey did with all his money. Like, I mean, I'm just not the person to get out there and stand out there by myself.
Sit in the house, let that bill pass.
Where are the leaders of truth and justice?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Like
Maybe TSA may be paying them too.
TSA might be paying
put
them.
it like this: them new plantations, them prison new plantations. Because you know why? Because it ain't nothing but us in there.
And the 13th
Down there
Amendment.
free labor.
And the 13th Amendment says that labor in such a manner is legal in the prison.
That's why these prisons are funded. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
man. It's gonna be top of the line. Technology with these prisons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That this COVID ARP money is supposed to be spent really on education, infrastructure.
That and the pandemic, you know what I'm saying?
You know
Things that's related to the pandemic.
Prison though, that's a slap in the face.
The ARP money is to boost the lives of families, working families, and those that are displaced from work, and to give a boom to the economy.
Yeah.
Not to go in and clean up our problem that we already had 10 years, 15, 20 years before COVID. The Alabama prison system been jacked up way before COVID.
But get what you
COVID's not the reason why the prison system got jacked up. So COVID funds shouldn't be getting spent on the prison.
Get what you better believe. If they spending all this money to build these new prisons, once those prisons are built, there's going to be a lot of people going to prison.
They got to fill the seats, brother.
I know it. And that's crazy.
That's why we got to vote, man.
Any new stadium gonna recruit. Any stadium gonna recruit seats.
Yeah, they're not building, you know what I'm saying, to keep those seats empty. You're right.
Absolutely.
They want those seats filled.
And they need new people in there to try out the new facilities.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They need some new criminals.
And guess what? More free labor, more slaves.
Absolutely.
You know, it's sad, man.
Yeah, it's sad.
People don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Your children's future, your grandchildren's future. You know what I'm saying?
That's who these new prisons gonna be really affecting.
Exactly.
Our grandchildren, the ones that haven't been born yet, the ones that are little babies now, running around, the toddlers.
You got inflation going on, wages not going up, working wages not going up. So guess what? People gonna do self-preservation things like
because that money could have been put. If that money was used in the right way and put out, you know what I'm saying?
Big Champ Napier.
Okay.
You ought to come on the show.
Come say hey, man.
Cause we talking about prison, man.
We talking about all this stuff going on. Right. Absolutely. What's good, bro?
Look, I had Fernando, I had Fernando Fernando for your son as a reference.
Okay.
And I want to give you a send it to him.
Okay.
Champ, come on. Look, I want to ask you a question real quick. This is Champ, man. He has. But tell him about your book. Tell him about your book and everything.
Yeah, I told you I wanted to get in the backseat of that camera. I'm trying to get one.
You can't. You probably won't fit.
We live, baby.
Oh, what's up?
You live.
Oh, Champ Napier, from Pritchard, Alabama, the author of Poverty and Prison, Follow the Frustration of My Past, and former mentor for troubled kids, current activist, community advocate for prison reform. So that everything is a side that has dictated that people getting out of prison just ain't worth the damn. So that's why I stand firm on my belief to show them that we can beat and fight against the statistics and be successful, regardless of what society say. Because right now we're in a community where we have majority failing schools, and the old lady in Montgomery is building mega prisons. So that's what's finna start taking places is they finna start back nigga hunting.
Yeah, we just
talking about you, man. You right on
too.
time.
And I appreciate that too.
Hey man, do your thing, bro.
God bless you.
Stay focused, man.
All right, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely,
Okay,
bro. And see, the vibrations don't lie, man.
Man, what you talking about? It'll just come right down. Just slap you in the face if you sit that long.
So y'all
Good morning,
support him.
Miss
Y'all buy that
Edwards.
book, man. It's online, man.
Right, man. So,
Council President of the City of Pritchard.
School to
Good
prison
morning.
pipeline, exactly.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He spoke of it then. He's like they looking for they nigga picking is what he said.
Tiffany Daniels said that money should be spent with us, U.S. healthcare workers on the front line. Period. We get sick, or our kids get sick. They take our sick in vacation time. That's BS.
or hell, they could have just put it in the general fund so they could stop stealing everybody's income tax return every year.
Yeah, that too. It's so much, so many different things, man. Get what they could have put that money up and stopped the grocery tax.
Right.
That's how you help families. Know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because everybody got to buy groceries.
We got grocery tax, we got
Gas
gas tax, we got
They just
property
tax
tax,
us
Man, no,
gas.
bro. Let me go a little further.
we got oxygen tax.
Look, you get taxed to come to court.
Yeah.
Because you got to pay to park on the streets of Mobile.
Right. Absolutely.
I was just telling 45, I said, man, it ain't nothing but a revolving door cycle. Because if you coming out here to pay a big fine out here, maybe you don't have nothing but that. And the judge told you, know what I'm saying, you better not come short.
Right.
Now, so I need to take $2 worth of change out of my pocket that's on my fine
Right.
to put in this little machine so I won't get another ticket and violate my probation and wind up going to prison by the parking space.
Look, or for simple as this, all I want to do is sign up and get on the agenda to speak at a city council meeting. Something that don't take number 5 minutes. You still got to find somewhere to park.
Pay to park.
Then you got to pay to park. If you don't want to, then you better park 1,000 miles away from the building and walk here.
Then guess what? If you done paid to park and you still got that little walk, half your time running out while you trying to walk to get to the building.
Absolutely.
Then they not gonna see you on time because the judges come out at their own discretion.
Right.
Court starts at 9:30 and they don't come out to 10:45.
Right.
But get what? There's no, you know what I'm saying, no repercussions or nothing for that being said. But you be late for court, then you got an attempt to court. They might put a warrant out for you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
They're
Like,
going to put one out for you.
man, it's all about it's everything revolves around money in this country. If people don't really understand, like, because the only thing they were worried about with COVID was getting people back to work. The
Right.
economy is failing, but the United States has been receiving taxes from people for years, and if the state of Alabama have all these hundreds of millions of dollars in a surplus, you better believe the government got way more than that because
Right.
they collect money from 50 states.
Right.
So you mean to tell me?
And some countries.
And countries, yeah.
Right.
Why you think they steady giving money to other countries, know what I'm saying, instead of seeing about their own right here?
That's why I made the post this morning. I said Afghan refugees getting brand new houses.
Yeah.
Benefits.
But Alabamians getting brand new prisons. Make that make sense.
And you got all these homeless people right here in our city, in our state, in this country.
And many of them veterans.
Yeah, many
They
are.
fought for this country.
But
most
I'm saying, you know
homeless
what I'm
people
saying,
are
just a lot of the underprivileged, underserved communities
Right.
that don't, you know what I'm saying, have the resources as, I just say O'Shea Road. I ain't even got to say the whole West Mobile.
Right.
But you get what I'm saying? It's
The village of Spring Hill.
yeah, and it's crazy. Like, with all that money, the country could, you know what I'm saying, rationalize monies and make everybody be on almost like it's no lower class. It could all be medium to high class living in this country. That's the American dream I think of. Not, you know what I'm saying, you got the poor, so let's pick on them. The poor, we gonna keep them poor, and we gonna keep giving them tickets, put them on probation. They'll never get out because they can't pay their fines, can't pay the restitution. So when they mess up again, we throw them right back in
Well, that's
prison.
the thing. We live in a land full of hypocrisy because the same very people that founded this damn country fled the old country because they got tired of being treated bad because they was the poor class.
and they just brought the rules right on back over here.
Absolutely. And put them on people that was already here.
Yeah.
And the ones that they drug here against their will.
We born to have to pay taxes for the entirety of our lives.
Well, your Social Security number, it belongs to the Vatican.
Yeah, way overseas.
Way overseas. America is a corporation, but we can get too far with that kind of talk right there.
Mobile County Sheriff's Department Task Force.
What's going on with them? Where they at?
Right there with the burgundy shirt on, walking right out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's one that stood in there and lied on me.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking with a straight face. Mm-hmm. Then when I seen him out on the street, was like, man, I couldn't afford to lose my pension and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Biden had more than just that. Bro, I was then another one that does with the dog handler. Told me, you know what I'm saying, man, when I ran that dog, boy, my dog didn't hit on nothing, y'all. He's like, whatever they talked about with was something they must have already had. Mm-hmm. He told me that when I was getting ready to walk in the courtroom when former Pritchard police officer Edmund Burke was going to court up there. And I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, well, I'm so close to retirement, I couldn't afford to lose my retirement and stuff. You know what I'm saying, for my family. And I was like, so that's what it all boils down to is that money and that security. I seen a doctor the other day on.
So that's why the Democrat leadership in our town ain't came out and said nothing.
I mean,
I just can't get past it. It's mighty funny how they can attack this man for making reason and making sense about voting for a deceased person, but yet they won't even goddamn inform us that what the governor was doing.
Yeah,
it's people that woke up and read my post this morning that don't even know that happened Friday.
Yeah.
They think they still got time to change it. No, it's in law now.
It's signed.
It's signed in law.
Because everybody don't have Roku TV or an antenna, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people don't even have TVs, you know what I'm saying, believe it or not.
In the Senate without fighting.
Man, but guess what? You got other bills that do. Like, we need our lawmakers to make bills that make sense for us.
Right.
Not, you know what I'm saying, just voting on everything else that's being brought up. What are you bringing up?
And then another thing that spikes me about our community. Two similar issues. You got a black woman that spoke out about Manza before he passed away, speaking on his illness, about how he wasn't fit for the position. Mm-hmm. We tore her down.
Mm-hmm. No, they did.
As a community, we tore her down. Okay. A Caucasian news reporter writes this same story weeks before the election and calls the candidate a dying candidate. Mm-hmm. Nobody had nothing to say. Why? Why?
Because
we don't read, for one. That's one reason why. Raw beast.
Second reason, you know what I'm saying, our folks scared a lot of times to attack the other race,
right?
But to beat up on their own.
Yeah,
that's been a problem, you know what I'm saying, all the time.
I went through that. I'm the one who said I can't take anybody serious that think it's okay to keep a deceased person on the ballot. I had a state representative come at me and some of the man's camp even coming at me like when we gave William Carey a platform to speak about it. You know, I got backlash like, you ain't gonna talk to the man's account. I said, absolutely, you know, the platform open to y'all as well.
And for the record, you know what I'm saying, the availability was open up to both counts, all counts.
So when the news picked it up, everything ceased. But everybody attacked me that looked like me. But when it came to the news media, they ain't being messy, but they said I was being messy.
Absolutely.
I'm just piggybacking what you're saying.
Absolutely. So it's like anytime somebody black has a suggestion about what the black community should do and the shit makes sense, watch out.
Oh yeah, because you're going to have somebody.
They'll try to make you look like an uneducated dummy.
Or they'll try to say you racist to your own kind.
Yeah. Or you trying to divide the people. And you're not trying to divide, you're trying to inform the people. Because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times, I mean, just like Pastor McFarland said, our people perish for lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you just sit up there and listen to how Billy Bob say we should live and we should go and not have an understanding of the word for yourself and how you should live and go, then you just stuck on how your Billy Bob.
For yourself. People don't think for their damn self.
So look at this right here again. I made the post about it may be some truth about Corey Penn being stuck to the Stimson program or campaign or whatever. Now you have people coming on there not telling me to shut up because I'm a liar, but using that time to point at the person he running against and say, so you mean tell me you voting for somebody who did this, somebody who did that? Nowhere did you read that I said I would vote for anybody. All I said was, I know who he with.
Yeah.
I know where he's aligned. By the people that's kin to him coming on that post and not even saying anything about it. You know what I'm saying? By those people coming there and not having anything to say about it. You get what I'm saying? But immediately deflecting to bring up the negativity of the person that he running against, there's a problem right there. So we don't see a problem with taking the interests of people that don't have the interests of our community. But yet we take that time to use it and point the finger at somebody that ain't taking that same money.
Yeah.
That ain't about to sell the community out. People talk about Herman Thomas and his allegations, his charges, not his convictions.
They don't understand. These people can put allegations and charges on anybody.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And then they can convict people that aren't actually guilty of crimes.
So my whole thing is, you want to talk about him, about his charges and his convictions, that wasn't even convictions, they was all allegations. And you want to say that he unfit. How can you say that?
When y'all was finna appoint a felony to manage the seat.
My whole thing is, I'd rather stand behind a man that give me his truth from the front door than to go support somebody that got something to hide. So when I say this right now, and I say that I'm voting for Herman Thomas tomorrow because he said who he was up front. He told about himself up front. I could never vote for Corey Penn because he's a weasel. He's too afraid. He can't even. Herman called me and asked me for my endorsement. I told him I can't endorse neither one of you guys. Corey didn't call me. Corey sent people for his endorsement. Corey sent people to ask me for an endorsement. If I was going to endorse anybody, it wasn't going to be him. Because you're too coward to ask for what you want from the people.
Wouldn't even come to you as a
I
man.
ain't backed by Republicans.
If you can't, that's what Republicans do. That's exactly what Republicans do.
They send their money out.
They send their money out. They don't send themselves out.
Right.
Absolutely. So when I say this right here, District 1, when you vote for Corey Penn tomorrow and you put him in office for the next 4 years, you can kiss everything that Councilman Richardson, Ermatine, and Vivian Davis worked for in that district. If you put Herman Thomas in, all we know is that we got somebody that we know we can go to. You put Corey Penn in, you're not going to be able to go to him. The man run from the people. The man can't talk. The man don't know nothing about government. The man don't know nothing about this city. Man of the hour, standing behind.
So, Mr. Reggie Hill.
Mr. Reggie
Mr.
Hill.
Reggie
We know
Hill.
you pushed for time. You got court this morning.
Reggie Hill
Oh
versus
man, you
people.
got plenty of time here. You can have this.
Oh man, I got a few minutes.
Yeah. We just want to put you on the platform.
I didn't know y'all was gonna be down here.
Yeah, man. With the mobile, man, we working hard, man.
That's good,
We
man.
burn the oil lamp, baby.
Okay, I hear it. Let's make sure my phone don't go off.
Look, if it do,
We
it's
got
okay.
Reggie Hill, man. He's contesting the city in court about the election. Wicked Mobile. We can't let them slide. We can't be bamboozled. And he's on the front line for man. Reggie Hill, thank you for coming to the show on short notice. I know you got to go to court. So explain to people what you got going on today.
First off, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak to the people. It's always a pleasure to be on your show. Today is a very impactful day for the city of Mobile, in which we're going to contest the results for the 2021 Mobile municipal election. What a lot of people may not be aware of, this is actually the second hearing for this. The first hearing was held last Tuesday. And on last Tuesday, the judge said, I don't know any kind of way that we would be able to have a hearing before the runoff election. And he said, but I'll wait for your information to be submitted in, and we'll see what, can happen. And so on Friday, he contacted me and said, hey, we scheduled a hearing for Monday at 10:30. So apparently there was enough compelling information to lead us to where we need to move forward. So my hopes are today that the city officials will have the fortitude to at least pause the runoff so that we can investigate into everything that's going on. Based on the news reporting yesterday, what it seems to be is that the city is going to try and blame this on the city clerk. and say that it's her responsibility. Well, I'm going to use the analogy of spoiled milk. All right, so hear me out with this now. All right, so if Dairy Fresh puts an expiration date on a container of milk, all right, let's just say they say it's October 1st. Let's say Greer's decides to still sell me that container of milk today or tomorrow. If I get sick, I can't go back and sue Dairy Fresh. They put the expiration date on there. Yeah. But the people who decided to sell that to me, that's who I have the right to file a complaint against.
That's a good analogy.
So the same way, while the city clerk may facilitate the election process, it's up to someone else to sponsor an item on the council agenda. She does not have the authority to put something like that on the agenda. The only person that did it was the mayor. So that is the simplest way we can place that. Spoiled milk.
While they're trying to throw the city clerk under the bus.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're trying to throw the city clerk under the
That's
bus.
sick.
Well, you
So I'm,
know what all that forms into, right?
I'm gonna jump in on that because the day that they were to certify everything, me and Reggie both stood at the podium demanding recalls, separately apart. And what they trying to do is they're trying to deflect all the shit off of Sandy Stimson, and they're trying to put us against the city clerk.
Us against us.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
And we've had a great relationship with our city clerk ever since we came down here speaking on issues. Me and this man have a personal relationship with our city clerk to the fact where she looks at us like a auntie and we're like her nephew.
Yeah.
Like she looks out for our best interest. So for them to try to pit us against her, that's just more tricks of the trade.
Don't be bamboozled.
Like there's so many working parts to these tricks that they're running on our city right now, on our government, on our people. Like I say, our people are like, this is what I want to say. I was speaking to a political strategist, and the political strategist said that it was our fault as candidates that this election was boring. It was our fault as candidates that the people didn't come out. No, your mayor paid everything off. So that's why people didn't come out.
TSAA PAC.
When have you ever heard of a mayoral candidate not showing up to 1 forum, 1 debate?
They say you ain't have enough money.
I mean, just like the governor. But that's on a state governor level.
Yeah, true. But I'm saying Governor Ivey done the same thing. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
But I believe the mayor was saying that we didn't have enough money for him to come out and participate in our fund. It was a different group of people that he did entertain.
He said we didn't have enough.
We didn't have enough money for him to come out and participate.
And we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't. So therefore, when you seen people like the 2 TSA PAC representatives with all their signs everywhere, that's how you knew. You should have knew something was up.
And I just wanted to keep in mind, those same people have invested money and resources into candidates that people are getting behind now. Before. They did this before with different names. So we just have to be vigilant about that as well. So this is all a lot of electioneering, and I think a lot of that's going to be unveiled, today as well. So,
and a lot of people want to point to the fact that they saying that the funds have just been donated to these guys in the runoff election. No.
That's still been shuffling around.
That money been coming all year long, all 21.
So, Mr. Hill, I don't know if you can answer this question or not. We got. But I'm going to ask you, you choose to answer or not. Okay. I know you are still a candidate for District 2. How do you feel about the things that are going on now with the TSA PAC putting the money behind the deceased former council president Manzi and pushing for this runoff election vote?
Well, I'll be brief because I still want to prep for the 10:30 hearing. But I'll say this. And people can take this how they want to. I wish we would have the same enthusiasm for campaign funding the way that we do how they spend our money right here every week. We waste millions of our dollars here every week. We're not talking about outside money, other people's money. We're talking about our own money that we pay for. If a child buys a stick of gum, they pay into this budget here. And they waste millions of that weekly. So whenever I have the privilege of being in the seat, I don't care if you're conservative, liberal, independent, moderate, progressive, whatever the case may be. If you have resources I believe are going to benefit my community, I'm going to receive those resources. Now, does that mean I'm going to vote in favor of what it is you're talking about or what you want to do? That is not the case. However, I believe the people that you will be aligned with would not want to be associated with you to getting it on the agenda, so I'll at least get it there. And if I'm against it, I'm going to kill it. So what I wish our people would do is have the same enthusiasm, again, that we have with seeing these resources into how they spend it every single week. And I'll say this, again, people who are looking at this now based on the dollars that are being put in, the same people who are contributing resources were a part of other groups before, contributing resources to the people that were saying we should be getting behind. So it's not any different, you know what I'm saying? We're just being bamboozled, and I hate that, and I don't think a lot of people get this, but there are people here in this building that we're sitting in that are working to drive wedges between us. They are working for us to be divided, and then as long as we're fighting amongst each other, then they can go about doing whatever they want to do. And they'll be making us blame people, and we'll be in the midst of the story, and then they'll be able to put the ace in the hole who they really want to be in place to do something in position. So, you know, I hate that, you know, all this stuff is going on. I hate that these resources started showing up, you know, after the man passed away. But this is stuff that they're doing all the time, and they're doing it with our money. So I want us to be focused on that. But I'm hoping that that this will give us a pause and allow people to come forth and say what they believe are the irregularities of this entire election process.
Okay, one more question before you go.
Okay.
If this runoff election does take place tomorrow, just, you know what I'm saying, hypothetically speaking, and let's just say, what would you want? Would you rather, or what would you rather happen if it does, you know what I'm saying, proceed? Would you rather be a flat-out winner, or would you rather go into a special election?
Well, I'll just put it like this. I can't see myself casting a vote for either person on the ballot, you know. That's me. If I felt that either one of them were viable candidates, I wouldn't have placed my name in the race. So, you know, I would encourage people to vote their conscience and what they feel is going to be best for the community. But I believe that if there were not any irregularities or reason why we shouldn't continue in this electoral process, we wouldn't be having a hearing today. A judge would have already thrown the case out. He would have said that there had no merit for us to be in this place of challenging the results. So I believe that all the stuff that has been revealed since that being filed is a sign that we should be continuing on forward. So I hope that is a clear statement for the people. You know, vote your conscience. But, you know, I myself, if I felt that either of those individuals would have worked in the best interest of my district, I would have already cast my vote for them.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Hill. Always a pleasure when you're on.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all people.
We're on the 6th floor, courtroom 6500, 10:30 a.m.
Good luck to you, my brother.
Oh, I will be up there shortly, so.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to go.
We appreciate your courage.
Because
this man got heart.
We're down here interviewing with the Big Yard and J45 Live Morning Show, but the Alabama Gutter Tub podcast will be live on the scene up there, so we have to document the facts because we got Caucasian journalists in the city putting out what they want to.
That's why we got the Big Guy and J45 Live Morning Show.
Right.
I appreciate all y'all.
And that's why the Alabama Gutter Tub gonna be upstairs.
All right.
That's right.
Uncut and raw. We don't censor.
Uncut and raw. We don't censor
We
nothing.
don't edit. You just tell like it is. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
So back to this, man. I think why this election is being bought for people for District 2 to vote for manager because they have a special interest in the progress that's been going on in this in the district. You know, the lofts coming downtown. You got the airport coming downtown. You just got the construction on Broad Street and Texas Street going on. It's just a lot of positive change, and they want that.
Just want to keep up with their time.
47.
Oh, she's got about 3 minutes.
So let me say
That's
this
just
here.
my opinion.
Let me say this and let me be brief. People don't want to see William Carroll in office just from what I've been reading online, and it's been mainly the black people that I've been reading up on. I haven't been following what white people been saying because I don't care about what they're saying because they don't suffer the same problems I suffer in my communities. Because part of Tomerville is District 2, so I gotta read to be talking. And a lot of areas of District 2 border with District 1. And my fraternity house is also in District 2. So I got a lot of interest in District 2. I got family all throughout District 2.
I got rental property in District 2.
So my whole thing I'm saying is, the very people that I seen talking about William Carroll ain't done nothing for the district, ain't gonna do nothing for the district, is the very same people that like to enjoy the liberties of the entertainment district. Now tell me who created that.
Okay, then guess what? And I was finna say that. I be hearing and seeing a lot of people saying about William Carroll didn't do nothing when he was council person before. And that's a lie. Because, you know what I'm saying, he was my council person.
Right.
And that was the first ever elected official that I was able to one-on-one talk to. You know what I'm saying? Will respond back to little old me.
Right.
Like a lot of people like, well, man, you big y'all. Okay, I'm still Mario, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't consider myself as no higher than the next man.
Right.
But it was, you know what I'm saying, a pleasure at that time. My grandmama was still living. It was the simplest thing the man did for me. I wanted a proclamation for my grandmama's, I want to say it was her 80th or 85th birthday, something like that. Might have been her 85th. You know what I'm saying? He went out his way, I'm talking about on short notice, to make sure that happened. That meant a lot to me. Different things that was going on in the neighborhood, like how the jump out boys was just coming always attacking our youth, our people for standing out on the corners. But you could go out there on University Airport and there's a gang of another race of people standing out there in the parking lot of a store. That's loitering. But Mobile police weren't harassing them. And when I said something to them about it, you know what I'm saying, things started changing. I knew it wasn't going to happen overnight and the next day you was going to just see this change. But the man really worked for his community that I know and I seen myself.
He was a true advocate.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, not taking nothing away from Mr. Manza. Mr. Manza did, you know what I'm saying, a great work for District 2. But like how Reverend McFarland said, that the Lord has came and taken Mr. Manza on. So Mr. Manza's work here on earth is done. So you know what I'm saying? At that point, you know what I'm saying, like Mr. Hollis said, you have to pass the torch. Don't hold the city up, you know what I'm saying, and put us in an uproar and tell us against each other because of the other's agenda. You know what I'm saying? We need to come together and work. Guess what? We as a people can vote for Mr. Carroll and hold Mr. Carroll accountable for, you know what I'm saying, keeping Mr. Manza's legacy alive, you know what I'm saying, keeping the work going, then putting his own work into it as well. But if we don't get out the vote and don't, you know what I'm saying, hold him accountable, then it's like we're not doing nothing anyway.
But I want to say something. I don't want to hold him accountable for doing Mr. Manza's work.
Yeah, I want him to do his.
I want him to get back to doing what he did.
Yeah.
Because see, what people don't realize is Mr. Manza got in place because Mr. Carroll chose not to run again.
Because he
had to take care of his mama.
And what man, you know what I'm saying, real man wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, leave. Bro, I've left jobs before. When my mama was diagnosed with breast cancer, man, I was in Atlanta, in Conyers, Georgia.
Right.
I left on a Greyhound bus and came home with a bag of clothes and a box with some shoes in it. Because that's mama. Right. You know what I'm saying? A real man gonna come, you know what I'm saying, running for mama. But you know what I'm saying? What we gotta look at, man, is like, who cares for us? You know what I'm saying? That's like if you got one candidate that beats on their mother. Beats on women, period. And then you got another candidate, you know what I'm saying, that's advocating for women. Who you think, you know what I'm saying, gonna be the best person, you know what I'm saying, when there's something going on with you in your life? Definitely, I wouldn't be voting for the domestic violence candidate. But man, you know, tomorrow, if nothing happens, it will be the runoff elections, you know what I'm saying? Get out there and vote, you know what I'm saying, according to your knowledge and your perspective. Can't tell you how to vote. Just please do get out and vote. District 2, District 1. Mr. Hollis, any last words you got for us, man, before we get out here? You know my meter running out.
I'm praying for a recall.
Okay.
Because if it's a recall, we ball.
All right.
Okay.
Man.
Hey, it's your boy J45. Let's keep this everything pretty, man. Y'all get out and vote. Young people go out and vote. We are endorsing William Carroll.
Okay, then.
I am first.
I ain't endorsing nobody, but I ain't voting for Corey Penn. That's how it's going to end.
Okay. He said he's not endorsing nobody, but he ain't voting for Corey Penn, and that's how that's going to end. 45 said he's endorsing Mr. William Carroll. Myself, too. If there's not a pause to the runoff election, the Big Y'all and J45 Live Morning Show is hoping, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Carroll's successful runoff election tomorrow. Back to 45 before we get up out of here.
Let me say this. We reached out to the man's account. We gave them an opportunity to come on the platform. They never reached us. So that thing about us being biased and all that, y'all can take it and stick it well, you know. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Have a good Monday. Go out and vote. Love y'all. War Eagle, who that?
All right, y'all. I'm out here. It's your favorite uncle, Big Y'all. From the Big Y'all J45 Live Morning Show. Y'all like that uncle hat, don't you? You know what I'm saying? Don't make me be sitting on your sofa so when your baby come home, be like, Mama, who that man is? Oh, that's just Uncle Y'all.
Uncle Jethro.
Roll Tide.